Yeah, yeah, right.
Oh, no, she does not know.
There you go. You're able to, yeah, you got the crown back there.
Okay, we're going to call this meeting of the Hubbard City Council to order. If everybody will please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gloria, if you would please call the roll.
Here. Zambrini. Here. Bonner. Here. Kerr.
Here.
Rose.
Here.
Hallaby. Crow.
Here. Mr. Hallaby contacted me, told me he had to work this evening and he was unable to attend the meeting.
I move we excuse any absent officials.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, motion by Mr. Feely, second by Mrs. Zambrini to excuse absent officials. Any questions or comments? Don, please call the roll.
Veely.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Kerr.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Crow.
Yes.
I move we accept the minutes of July 6, 2026 regular session as presented to council.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Feely, second by Mrs. Zambrini to accept the minutes from the July 6, 2026 meeting. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Veely.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Kerr.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Crow. Baumiller.
Yes.
Any communications, Lori?
No communications this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, reports of standing committees. Finance, Ms. Zambrini.
No report this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Park and Rec, Ms. Feely.
Hubbard Park and Rec meeting will be Tuesday, August 11th at 6 p.m. here in City Council chambers. The sliding board at Watt Park was removed due to age and damage. Ball games have been played with no issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Community and Economic Development, Ms. Baumiller.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to touch base on a very questionable topic in the city, the Mexican restaurant, and when it's going to come. The owner assured the assistant engineer that they are on target but not until spring of 2027, possibly summer, due to the fact that there was no heat this winter in their building. The crew that was there went to another job site, so that's the earliest they're anticipating it. He did tell Chris that he's also on a program that is going to be where he paid rent to own, and he would like to do other things in that class as it progresses. But we've had a lot of questions about it, so I just wanted to address it. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Planning and zoning, Mr. Alvey is absent. Utilities and sewers, Mr. Kerr.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll have a couple ordinances that I would like to get through. Also announcing a utilities committee meeting September 21st at 5:30. September 21st at 5:30. That is just a committee meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Streets and sidewalks, Mr. Crowe.
Yes, Mr. President, the street department partnered with the township road crew to complete 3 storm line crossovers out on Regina Drive in preparation for the road resurfacing. Regina Drive resurfacing is also a joint project of the city and township, being that part of it's in the city, part of it's in the town. The paving program for the city this year, the city streets, should start in September, and as late as October, depending on the contractor's, the weather and the contractor's schedule. That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Safety, Mr. Rose.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody that came out to the e-bike training July 11th and everybody that helped with that. It was a huge success. That's it for safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Special committee, cemetery, Mrs. Zambrini.
Yes,
Oh, we're supposed to go to special. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
You want me to do my report?
Yes, please. I'll do that since we're on reports. Go over.
This evening, the township trustees are joining us in a joint meeting to discuss, to vote on putting a levy for the cemetery on in the November ballot, 0.5 mil levy. Why do we need a levy? First of all, burials are going down. A lot of people are turning to cremation these days. That accounts for some of, a good part of our income. We also have the following projects that we would like to get done. So when people ask us, how come the roads aren't paved in the cemetery? Well, guess what? We just don't have the money to pave the roads. These are the projects that we have in mind for levy monies. Paving the roads are gonna cost $300,000 to pave the roads in the cemetery. Columbarium, we've been talking about this for several years. At least $13,000, possibly more. Put a columbarium in, and these would be for the cremations. New equipment, our backhoe gets welded all the time, welded back together. We can count on costs of between $40,000 and $100,000 for a new backhoe. We need a part-time clerk because I am trying to do my best with it. I don't get paid for doing it. The board members don't get paid. And we're trying to do our best. We need to hire somebody to do the books, the financials. We need new roofs for the chapel, garage, and office. They're leaking. That cost is between $50,000 and $70,000. We need to improve the back lot. We have a cemetery, we have a beautiful cemetery. Now we need to go into the back lot to prepare for the future, including drains and a water line to the back lot, $175,000 at least. You can see why if we want to do any projects at the cemetery, we need to have a little bit of additional income. So tonight we're going to ask the township trustees to join us in voting for this levy, placing a levy on the November ballot. And I also want to say that the next cemetery board meeting is Tuesday, July 28th at 4 o'clock. Thank you.
Very good. Fire district, Mr. Rhodes.
The fire district met. Our hazmat truck is starting to get built. We also added some gravel down around at the end of the old haunted house lot so the trucks can move and back up. We are going to move forward with the property and look into a feasibility study that was voted on at the last meeting. Our next meeting is August 12th, 6 p.m. in the Township Building. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. City Official Safety Director, Mr. Rentz.
No report.
Thank you,
I
sir.
do have
Service
a question.
Director, I'm
Sorry, I
sorry.
have one question, Mr. Rose. What time was that fire meeting?
6 p.m. in the Township Building.
Thank you.
Service Director, Mr. Palestro.
As I stated in caucus, we're going to be doing a comprehensive approach to our utility billing. We're going to be meeting with our meter manufacturers, our meter reading equipment manufacturers and support group, as well as our utility billing software company, and with the hopes that we can standardize some of our procedures, put some new policies in place. We're more than happy to, if anybody that wants us to look into any utility billing, they can contact the mayor's office, and we'll provide some history and usage data for them. And that's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. Law Director, Mr. Valano.
No report, Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you. Treasurer, Mrs. Ruhal.
I actually do have a report. I'm sure that as everyone saw in their last utility bill, there was a notation about the city engaging in a contract with ICS Systems to collect delinquent utility bills. I'm happy to report that as of today, we've already received 2 accounts paid off in full, and those were delinquent accounts. So I look forward to seeing more receipts come in through this company.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Auditor, Mr. Valano.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple of brief items. Our audit team is hopefully going to finish their field work on the 2025 audit this week. So they should be departing us soon. Also, as I mentioned in caucus, I have received back from the Board of Elections the data center ban petitions. The Board of Elections certified 612 valid signatures, so they meet the threshold that they needed to meet. Tomorrow, I'm going to meet with Attorney Milano and Mr. Frederick, just to make sure we've got the ballot language buttoned up to everyone's approval, and I will certify that back to the Board of Elections. So that should hopefully be done by the end of the week. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
I move we accept the reports of standing committees, special committees, and city officials.
Second?
Motion by Ms. Veely, second by Mrs. Ann Green to accept the reports of the standing committees, special committees, and city officials. Questions or comments?
Mr. President,
Mayor Cobb.
I just want to let Carrie know that we are having our pre-con meeting with Archie Vernal and MS Consultants this Thursday at 2 o'clock to get everything scheduled. We'll keep everybody up to date on the timeline we're looking for our paving project. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? If none, please call the roll.
Veely,
Yes.
Zambrini,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Crow,
Yes.
Von Miller,
Yes.
Kerr.
Yes. Mayor Cobb, could I impose upon you to hold off so we can do the joint session? with the
Absolutely,
township?
please go ahead.
Awesome, thank you. I would accept the motion to suspend regular business so that we can do a joint session with the township officials.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Mrs. Von Miller to suspend regular business so we can go into a joint session with the township. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Kerr,
Yes.
Von Miller,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Crow,
Yes.
Veely,
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
It's all yours, Robin.
Lori.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lloyd.
It says, resolution of necessity, a resolution requesting certification from county auditor pursuant to Ohio Revised Code sections 759.341 and 5705.03.
A resolution of necessity. Resolution requesting certification from county auditor pursuant to Ohio Revised Code section 759.341 and 5705.03.
Can we just me to read it?
Absolutely, I'll read it if you want me to. Want me to read it? Sure. Whereas the City Council of Hubbard and the Board of Trustees of Hubbard Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, jointly determined that it is necessary to levy a tax outside the 10 mil limitation. And whereas, before seeking to have a levy approved by the electors of Hubbard City and Hubbard Township, the City Council of Hubbard and the Board of Trustees of Hubbard Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, jointly must seek the certification of the Trumbull County Auditor in compliance with sections 5705.03 of the Ohio Revised Code submitted for the general election held on November 3rd, 2026. Therefore, be it resolved jointly by the City Council of Hubbard and the Board of Trustees of Hubbard Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, that the Trumbull County Auditor is hereby requested to certify to the City Council of Hubbard and the Board of Trustees of Hubbard Township, Trumbull County, Ohio, the total current tax valuation of Hubbard City and Hubbard Township, and the dollar amount of revenue that will be generated by .5 mils. Be it further resolved that the purpose of the tax is to provide for operation, maintenance, and improvements of Hubbard Union Cemetery, and is for a continuing period of time commencing and appearing on the tax list beginning with the tax year 2026. Such tax is authorized to be submitted to a vote of the electors of Hubbard City and Hubbard Township pursuant to sections 759.341 and 5705.03 of the Ohio Revised Code, in which shall be an additional levy. Be it further resolved that the Trumbull County Auditor is requested to issue the certification within 10 days after receiving this resolution.
I move that this resolution be approved.
Second.
Am I allowed to speak first, Mr. Mogul?
I'd like to second. One city, one.
I don't think we've had any discussion on the matter yet.
Sam Brady was first. Yes, we can have discussion beforehand, absolutely, before we vote.
I'm going to preface with saying that I spoke to Mrs. Zambrini before. I'm going to read this email, and I'm going to meet with her on Saturday to try to resolve some of these issues that I'm going to read. I sent an email out.
Mr. Lamb,
yes, sir.
would you please come up to the microphone so everybody will be able to hear you? You don't have to turn it on the back, please.
So on July 7th, I sent an email to City Council, Township Trustees, and Mayor Kyle. I wrote, I have significant concerns about discussing or supporting a proposed .5 mil cemetery levy before we have a complete understanding of the cemetery's fiscal condition and, more importantly, a credible plan to address the issues that have already been identified. I reviewed the cemetery's 2025 financial statements and 3 Ohio Auditor of State Basic Audit reports. It only took a few minutes to see that the cemetery spent more money on it than it brought in and was operating at a deficit. I raised concerns regarding the cemetery's cash flow, reserves, budgeting, internal controls, and long-term financial sustainability. During those discussions, I offered my assistance and suggested that reviewing burial and service pricing, evaluating other revenue opportunities, and identifying operational improvements that could strengthen the cemetery's financial position. I was told my consulting services were not needed and everything was under control. When I pointed out the financial statements showed the cemetery was operating at a deficit, I was told it was not and was directed to look at the bank account. However, a bank balance is not the same as operating results. The financial statements clearly show that the expenditures exceed the revenues for the year while cash flow reserves decline significantly. The 3 auditor reports also document repeated financial deficiencies, including financial controls, governance over multiple years. Since those conversations, the township has not received meaningful updates during our regularly scheduled meetings regarding how these issues are being corrected. We have not been presented any corrective action plan, regular financial reports, progress on addressing auditor findings, or long-term operational strategy. If we are now being asked to support a levy, I believe the township and city deserve to know what has been done over the last several months to correct these issues that were identified. The 3 auditor reports identify repeated concerns, including deficiencies in financial oversight, missing bank reconciliations and documentation, sunshine law compliance issues, missing public records and record retention policies, missing board meeting minutes, and repeated findings from prior engagements. In addition, the cemetery currently operates without a dedicated fiscal officer, creating an additional concern regarding financial oversight, accountability, and internal controls. Now, only a few months later, we're being asked to consider placing a 0.5 mil levy before the voters. Have a difficult time asking taxpayers to contribute additional money when underlying operational and budgeting issues have not been adequately addressed. Throwing more taxpayer dollars at what appears to be budgeting and operational problem without first implementing meaningful financial controls, accountability, and long-term financial plan is not, in my opinion, in the best interest of the taxpayers we were elected to represent. Before asking the public to approve additional funding, I believe the cemetery board should provide a comprehensive operating budget, current year-to-date reconciled financial statements, a 60 and 90-day cash flow projection, a detailed explanation on how levy proceeds would be used, a written corrective action plan addressing each of the auditor's findings, a long-term financial sustainability plan including operational improvements and revenue enhancements, and a defined fiscal oversight structure including how financial responsibilities will be managed in the absence of a dedicated fiscal officer. I have no issue supporting the cemetery. In fact, I want to see it succeed. However, before asking taxpayers for additional money, we have an obligation to demonstrate that existing resources are being managed responsibly. Good governance requires accountability first and additional funding second. Based on the information currently available to me, I'm not prepared to support placing a levy before the voters until these questions are answered and there is confidence that meaningful corrective actions have been implemented. I believe that is a responsible approach on behalf of the residents of Hubbard Township and of the city.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know this was framed for like improvements and stuff. If this doesn't pass, how long do you guys have financially to be able to sustain yourselves?
Can't predict when someone's gonna die, so that's part of the income, so I cannot tell you that.
Well, I know you guys asked for advances this year. I mean, is it not gonna make it into next year?
We didn't ask you for an advance this year. We asked you for what was due to us.
Early, and you
No,
said it
it
was to
wasn't
cover operating
early.
costs.
It was early. The city gave us their share, so why couldn't we get your share?
You were gonna get our share at the typical time you always gotten it, but I know your email had originally framed that you needed it to cover operating costs.
Yeah.
And I believe you carried over, what, 17,000 into this year, and that's where I'm you're framing it as improvement
I
costs.
think you need to come up and speak into the
Yeah,
microphone.
absolutely, you're right.
I just want to make sure where we're at financially, because if we're being asked for money in advance, that we're framing this for improvements, is it because we're almost out of money?
Yes.
Or that's not what we're framing this for, is why we're looking for additional funds? Because we're saying it's for roads, everything else, but if we're just going to be out of money and that's why that's needed, that's what needs to be presented
So
to
what
taxpayers.
is your solution?
Well, I do have concerns, because I think I
No,
remember
I'm asking you
overhearing.
for a solution, not your concern. What
Well,
is
you
your
haven't
solution?
provided me, I actually asked Monica in an email for at least 3 years of records with some of the financial spend. Because I know I heard Council President Morgan, Coletta, I believe, talking about at one point there was $10,000 a year in fuel usage. Last year it was $6,300.
Probably.
And those are some large numbers that I know when we're asking additional people like the Brothers Club and stuff like that to come out and assist, because we can't get mowing done. But we're also saying we have such a decline in burials. I don't understand how those two are conflicting.
First off, let me clarify one thing. The Brother Club offers their assistance. We don't ask them to come out.
No, but this year she actually asked us to come up and help too.
Who? Me?
Well, yeah.
I did not.
Yes, you said, yeah, I believe you actually did it. We can probably pull the meeting minutes. I'm pretty sure.
I think you can, I think you should. Why, I don't even, it wasn't me.
And
Like I said,
also,
I just want to
I
make sure.
never recall a $10,000 a year.
Like I said, I remember Bill mentioned it, and that's, like I said, that just seemed like a large number when I look at it. You know, I'm looking at 150 gallons a month probably on average between diesel and gas. And for somebody that's telling me we're not doing burials, that just seems like an exorbitant number. And that's just an average number. It's probably higher certain times of the year. But like I said, I know I've seen, just like a lot of other people, the stuff on Facebook where, you know, the mowing's falling behind. You know, there's people are going there and doing it themselves. And that's where I'm confused. If we're missing the mowings, how are we maintaining the same fuel usage and stuff like that? And I have some concerns as well. And like I said, I haven't got any information, and waiting until the last minute that we need the money to stay operating, but framing it as a improvement levy, I don't think it's fair to the taxpayers.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Oh, question, did you guys pay for the CEO Stanley Wallace pens for the cemetery?
I'm not aware of those,
Oh, would you like to see it?
Give it to her.
I'm just asking. Well, this is where I have concerns.
Hey, if a free gift is a problem, go ahead and call it out.
It's not a free gift, but the taxpayers pay.
If it's a free gift, call it out.
There's
I
Stanley.
have no idea.
That's Stanley back there.
We get these things.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just curious if it was paid.
Oh, probably not. But get free stuff in the mail.
To that pen?
Well, it looked like the cash books didn't exist, so I don't know if we have any documentation on that.
She's been doing the books for 2 years.
The auditor's report said, I believe, didn't it say there was no cash book?
Reconcile.
Or reconciliation, sorry, there was missing receipts on some stuff, so.
Anybody else?
How long will this levy be in place?
Please step up to the microphone.
Just
How long will the levy be in place?
how long will the levy be in place? Is this continuous, year to year?
It's continuous. It's $17 a year.
Thank you.
Thank you. If there's no further comments, would you please call the roll?
Zambrino.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Beely.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Pedro.
No.
Lamb.
No.
Crow.
Yes.
Rose.
No.
Kerr.
Yes. Motion passes. I will, at this time,
Motion to return to regular business?
Second.
motion by Mr. Curtis, second by Ms. Baumiller, return to regular business. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Mr. Mogg, before you call that, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that about 5 years ago, when the COG first was created, we brought out the members of the COG to try and pave those roads to get assistance to do it. And that was something that was not available. So I know that we have spoken in the past about trying to utilize the COG to help the cemetery because it is both city and township. Unfortunately, their legal counsel would not, go along with that because it was its own separate entity run by a board. So the paving issue has definitely been something that has been looked into to try to find some alternatives, over the number of years and trying to see what options were out there. Trumbull County engineer looked at it with us and a handful of other things. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood kind of what had happened over the past handful of years trying to find some alternatives for those roads. Thank you.
Mr. Mott,
Yes, sir.
I believe the resolution's failed. I don't believe that passed because the township people voted no. City people voted yes. You have to levy the tax uniformly because it's like cemetery.
Correct. My mistake.
Absolutely correct.
I'm sorry?
I said he's absolutely correct.
He is. He's right. Very good. Motion by Mr. Curtis, second by Ms. Baumiller to return to regular business. Call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Veely,
Yes.
Zambrini,
Yes.
Rose,
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Very good. At this time, it's Mayor's report. Mayor Ben Kyle.
No report this evening, thank you.
I move we accept the no report from the mayor.
Any unfinished or old business? Miscellaneous business.
Yes. August 22nd, there will be a community fest down at Roosevelt. It'll be a parade at 10 a.m. down at Roosevelt, and then I think it's till 7, the community fest. All are welcome to come. There'll be games, prizes. That's all I have for miscellaneous.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Public address to council on agenda items. If there's anyone who wishes to address city council on agenda items when recognized, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. You'll have 3 minutes unless extended by council and voted. Nobody? New business and request for legislation. We have none. Is that correct? No new ones? Okay. Ordinances and resolutions.
Resolution 7-26, second reading, accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
Seeing there's no action on this, it'll move to its third reading.
Ordinance 15-26, first reading. Authorizing the Board of Control to enter into a contract with MS Consultants Incorporated for services in connection with the West Park Storm Improvement Project on behalf of the City of Hubbard and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I move we suspend the second and third reading of ordinance 15-26.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Ms. Baumiller to suspend the second and third readings of ordinance 15-26. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Veely.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Mr. President, I move that ordinance 15-26 be passed as read.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Ms. Baumiller that ordinance 15-26 be passed as read. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Veely.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Resolution 8-26, first reading. Authorizing MS Consultants Incorporated as agent and project manager for the City of Hubbard, Ohio for the purpose of submitting an application for issue 2 monies and to execute all necessary contracts and administrate implementation of the project with respect to the wastewater treatment plant, WWTP improvement project.
Mr. President, I move we suspend the second and third reading of resolution 8-26.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Ms. Baumiller to suspend the second and third reading of resolution 8-26. Questions or comments?
You're asking the council for questions and comments, right? Not us?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
If none, please call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Veely.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Mr. President, I move that resolution 8-26 be passed as read.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Ms. Baumiller that resolution 8-26 be passed as read. Questions or comments?
I just have a question or just a comment. We're off the month of August, and two of these are very important pieces of legislation for the West Park Storm Water Improvement Project, which we have funds that are coming to help us with that. And our wastewater treatment plant, the City of Hubbard paid for 30 years. We get the issue 2 monies to help us with the various items. And you guys got to go and see that wastewater treatment plant sometimes, because this the crap goes a different way. And we have to take care of it, because we invested in it for 30 years. Thank you.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Kerr, second by Mrs. Baumiller to pass resolution 8-26 as read. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Beatty.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Resolution 9-26, first reading. Mitigation plan adoption resolution.
Mr. President, I move that we suspend the second and third reading of resolution 9-26.
Motion by Mr. Rhodes, second by Mr. Crowe, that resolution 9-20, or suspend the second and third readings of 9-26. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Rose.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Beatty.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Kerr.
Yes.
I move that resolution 9-26 be passed as read.
Motion by Mr. Rose, second by Mr. Crowe, that resolution 9-26 be passed as read. Questions or comments? None, please call the roll.
Rose.
Yes.
Crowe.
Yes.
Kerr.
Yes.
Baumiller.
Yes.
Zambrini.
Yes.
Beatty.
Yes.
Very good. Public address to council on non-agenda items. If there anyone who wishes to address city council on non-agenda items related to city council business when recognized, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. You will have 3 minutes unless extended by council vote. Sarah Lee, you're up first.
Oh, can I speak first?
Did you sign up?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Okay.
I know Robin had asked me to follow up with her, so I just wanted to read you from your May 4th meeting minutes.
Can hear you.
I would.
I would just like to put it out there, if the city and township could help with mowing, that would be great. That's from your meeting minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, you had assets.
Oh, I know. I said I didn't ask
No,
Hello
we're talking
Brothers.
about the Hello
We're
Brothers.
talking about the Hello Brothers.
No, I said you asked the township and you said you didn't.
No, you said the Hello Brothers.
No, I said you asked the township.
Sarah Lee, you're up.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. I just had a couple follow-up questions to
Your name and
the
address, please.
Sarah Lee, you just said that, but Sarah Lee, 260 Oakland. With regard to the 12-month moratorium, that went into effect on June 1st, right? Yeah.
Okay.
The moratorium went into effect June 1st, so the clock started 50 days ago from today. Today's July 20th.
Okay.
So just as a concerned citizen, I'm wondering if you can give us an update as to where we are with that committee and what they've done.
Bob, you want to answer this?
We're on. We were on at the last meeting, so we haven't had the opportunity.
So the clock started. Don't you feel like you have a responsibility to start immediately?
We do have a responsibility, and we are doing some research.
Can you tell me what you've done so far then?
And that, your process of the-
Speak into the microphone, please.
Again, we have a committee.
Uh-huh.
We are going to meet, and we are very aware of what the public wants and what the needs are of the city.
Great. Can you tell me who's on that committee?
I sure can. Myself, Robin, Bonnie, and Jerry Crow.
Why are-
You the meeting us?
Yes, I am. Thank you. I'm so glad you're so observant. Let me continue. So with that, were you going to ask any public to be a part of that committee, or is it just council?
Right now, it's just council,
And what's the rationale behind that?
because we want to meet together our information.
So, okay,
Because we
what's
hear
the criteria then to be on your committee? Do you have to have some research information or concern or anything? What's the
Once we get
criteria?
together, we'll let you know.
I look forward to that. I have more follow-up questions with my time. So I did a little bit of research on the 2026 Trumbull County Hazard Mitigation Plan. I have a public health background. I used to work for Portage County Health Department. I found out there's something really interesting going on with our power sources in Trumbull County. I don't know if you're aware of this. There are only 3 municipalities in Trumbull County that have ownership of their power. Do you know what those 3 municipalities are? Anybody want to guess? Newton Falls, Niles, and Hubbard. That's it. And with regard to that, did you know that if a power company comes in here and tries to buy part of our substation, do you know what that does? No one's gonna say, I guess I'll have to tell you. You're welcome. So, we're a chess piece to these data centers. That's all they need. They need to own one piece of that, and that gives them the ability, that gives them the green light pass to do whatever else they want. They can add on to that. They can buy from everybody else. I just wanted to put that out there. I was sure if everybody was aware of that little factoid.
I got a comeback for you.
Great.
Sarah Lee. In Washington, Senators Halley and Blumenthal, it's bipartisan, come up with a GRID Act, okay? It's called a Guaranteeing Rate Insulator from Data Centers Act. It says all new data centers to provide their own power without tapping off the grid, and would require all existing data centers to wean themselves off the grid within 10 years.
Oh.
With penalties of up to
I got
$1 million a day.
So that's something that's being proposed, right? It's not been enacted yet. It hasn't been passed by Congress, has it? Answer the question, has it? And you also said they had 10 years. That's not going to help Hubbard, Ohio. That's not going to help any of us in Trumbull County. I appreciate that. That's fantastic. I'm glad you read something. But that doesn't help us.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said that doesn't help us right now. That's a plan that hasn't been passed, and then if they have 10 years to do that, they're gonna already use and abuse us by then. We're done. Speaking of use and abuse, I have one more comment to make. Ben, you've had how many opportunities since May to come out and say anything? To say, you know what, maybe I made a mistake, maybe I shouldn't have signed that NDA, but I'm in it now. Why haven't you said anything? Is it because nothing happened then? Right? You said also nothing happened. Nothing happened doesn't mean that there wasn't intent. Nothing happened doesn't mean that there wasn't intent for things to happen. Okay? All right. Anything else? Thank you.
Marge Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Marge Keegan.
Margie Johnson, 8048 East Liberty Street. Mike, I want to thank you for forming the committee. I think it was a great idea, but it's a little too late. I think this is nothing more than a smokescreen, and that's not your fault. It's just come too late. The citizens have already spoken, and I don't know what good this committee is going to do. Obviously, there are no citizens on this committee, and the pushback we're getting, I don't see citizens being on the committee. However, I would ask that you do consider to put citizens on there that are forthcoming. And we hope that you will be forthcoming with them. We've had a couple of you that have already clearly stated where you stand. We can appreciate that. You know where we stand. We want to work with you, but you have to be willing to work with us. We are the ones that are putting you there. And we can also be the ones that remove you. Now, I would like to know, do you have a code of ethics when you're a councilman sitting on these seats?
That would be up to the chairman of that board, and I don't think we would meant to establish.
Okay, so there is no structure on how you are to address the citizens when they're in these chambers. Because I'm going to tell you it was incorrect of one of your council members to stand up and verbally abuse a citizen here and call them vulgar names, and then to proceed to the lobby to do the same thing. It's uncalled for and it's unprofessional. Okay? Thank you.
Mr. Fairhurst, you're up, sir.
Me? Yeah.
Is that your time?
That's who she's talking to.
I'm Corey Fairhurst, 241 East Water Street. I want to thank you guys for working with us. I really do. Greg, I really want to help. Thank you guys. Then, on the other hand, At the first council meeting, you told me that you notified council of an NDA for the committee meetings. Wasn't there? Second council meeting, told me you notified them by email. This isn't an email. This is a screenshot from your cell phone to Ben, from Ben Kyle. That's lie number 2. Lie number 3. You said nothing come across your table. Nothing. No plans were drawn up, nothing, but we see different. They were drawn up, you approved them. So here's my option for you. You got 2 options. Step down, resign, or we remove you and we proceed with council on sunshine law violations. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I agree. If anyone else doesn't want to work with us, we'll do the same to you guys. Those are your 2 options, but either way, you're going to be removed out of that seat.
Yes, sir.
You need to go.
Pete Eggers.
Probably tired of seeing me by now. Pete Eggers, 234 East Water Street. Mayor, Kyle, council members, I left this chamber 2 weeks ago feeling somewhat optimistic that I would be able to attend this meeting without having to address you publicly, but I guess my optimism was overrated. A lot of progress was made in the data center issue, so I'm not going to speak about that tonight, and I thank you for your attention and your progress in that. But let's talk about honesty, integrity, and respect. And as Margie said, I saw disrespect in this meeting to a citizen from a council member. I'm not going to call that council member out. They know who they were, and they should apologize, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Shortly after last month's council meeting, once again, Hubbard made the headlines regarding water billing issues. I would have thought the city was aware, if it was aware of an issue like this, it would have been investigated and dealt with immediately and brought to the public's attention. But obviously, this isn't the way our leadership deals with issues in this town. The initial response was to ask the people who felt they were improperly billed to come get a form and fill it out so it could be investigated. Only after the TV news came on about it did the city decide they were going to do the checks. I don't understand why the burden would ever be on the people who overpaid for services rendered. That was the honesty and integrity part. Now let's talk about respect. I found out after this news story that my daughter's bill was astronomical in 2024 after her meter was replaced. She got a bill that she called insane. She said she was treated disrespectfully and was made to feel like she was stupid. She was told if she couldn't afford it, there were credit card options. She called this male person who she talked to a real male body part, which I won't say in this meeting in public. So just use your imagination. She won't give me that person's name, just that it was a male, and it wasn't Mayor Kyle. He actually gave her phone numbers to call, and then it got her 0 results, except it is what it is. Deal with it. So she paid it. I guess in her own way, she was protecting me from being the angry, overprotective father that I can be, like anybody in this room can be. Here's a word of advice to all of you. Respect is earned. It isn't freely given. Don't expect any respect if you don't give it. You need to start from the position of respect to get any respect. Thanks, Mayor Kyle, for respecting my daughter. I appreciate you that you gave her those numbers and tried to help out. Have a great night.
Thank you, sir. You're up. Dale Alfredo. Are you dragging him up too?
No, he doesn't have one more question. My name is Dale Alfredo, 441 Sunset Drive in the city. First of all, I'm going to lead with a positive note. I want to thank Mike Mogg, President of Council, for helping us get this camera together that's been waiting endlessly, collecting dust in the back room for 4 years. My husband and I are doing it free of charge. It's not costing anybody a cent. I also want to thank Mr. Palestro for coming out and helping us on 441. We had a drainage ditch that was a little too big, and he came out right away and it fixed it up. Of course it needs work, but he made it so nobody's gonna fall in, so I appreciate that, Mr. Palestro. Now, to address the elephant in the room, as Mr. Agers would say, I was at a township meeting last week, and they were talking about the data center. They had so much information. I learned so much from them. In fact, the two people that went on the bus on that tour that our two people went to had such a different opinion, and they were on the same bus. I mean, yeah, there was construction work, so you couldn't hear anything, right? So I was told that I was bad-mouthing the city because I appreciated the way they were talking to me and talking to the township and everybody that was there, and all the information they had. And yes, a council person did come up to me and said that she was very upset with the way I bad-mouthed the city, and that she's going to look into policy on the camera. So what does that mean, Mrs. Veal? Does that mean you're going to pull it from us so the senior citizens can't see it? Yes, it was you who called my husband and I a-holes, and they heard. Oh yeah, don't look surprised. Don't look surprised, please. You look surprised when everybody said something about it. It was very disgusting. For what I do, I volunteer my time. I don't get paid the $6,000 a year. And I will never sit up there on council. You know why? Because it seems like they go up there and they turn into Stepford wives. Except today, Jonathan finally said no. I appreciate it, Jonathan. Thank you very much. Other than that, I heard yes from everybody. Are you threatening people?
Bonnie, we all heard you say it.
Yeah, you did. Don't deny it. Then your look, we even have it on camera now. It's amazing. Your look on your face like you were so surprised.
This is city council's camera. We never approved any policy.
You don't have to.
It is our camera. Our camera.
All right, I'll say what he said. It's our camera. Ben bought it for us. He bought it for our citizens to watch during COVID.
Yes, ma'am.
It was never used. People have complained every day, every time there was a meeting. Finally, Mike said he had enough, and I agreed with him. It was a little much. And I says, my husband and I will volunteer. So you want to pull that out? Fine, but don't disrespect me in front of people.
You'll be the next
My
that gets
reputation will not go down for doing things that I appreciate myself for. Thank you.
I'll remove you too. No, that's bullshit, Mike.
You know it.
What's that?
Yes, sir, you know it.
Really? Peggy Warnock.
Joyce came up. I am.
Peggy Warnock, 104 Garrish. I've been going to the band concerts out at Harding Park, and it's very sad. They're great bands and no attendance. People who are showing up know about it because they follow the band. It would be nice if the city at least put out something, like, it would be nice if we had one of those rolling marquees like the library has, so you could put out the events that are happening in the city. And until that happens, how about calling the library and see if you can put some of your stuff on there, including the council meetings, band events, health center news. Thank you.
Jim Frederick.
Thank you, Councilman. My issues have already been addressed, so I'm good.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Christine Sheldon.
There's Jim.
Chris Shelton, 312 Myron Street, Hubbard. I just have one question. I understand that at a previous council meeting, the moratorium was passed to stop any progress on a data center. I understand that there may be one or two more companies that are interested in data centers in Hubbard. Will that moratorium apply to any company interested in creating a data center or just the previous one? That's my question. Thank you so much.
Good question.
Lynn Welch.
My name is Lynn Welch, and I live at 300 Myron Street. Where's the camera? Is this it?
Right in front of you.
Good, because I want people at home to know about this. I'm here today because I'm a fitness instructor at the Roosevelt Student Wellness Center. And we oftentimes think of it as something for our students, which it is. But we've got a program for 55-year-old and older people that is dynamite. Best kept secret in town, and I want to invite everybody who lives in Hubbard to come and do Tai Chi, weightlifting, silver sneaker classic. We do Zumba, we do dancing, cardio drumming like you wouldn't believe. It's a great way to alleviate tension. And also, you can have all of your needs met as far as physical fitness is concerned and never have to leave Hubbard. So I invite you all to come and check us out.
Awesome. Very good. Well, that's our list. Monica Baker, would you like to speak?
I would.
And you also, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Me too.
Let's let Monica go. And you too.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a list now.
Monica Baker, Township Trustee, Chestnut Ridge Road. This is on a topic that at this point may be moot. However, I would like to provide for the record that I have been working on the data that I was able to get for the last 5 years, and I'd like to point out, and I currently only have for 21, 22, and 23, but I will be continuing to work on providing reconciliations and all of the information that is being required and requested by the previous audits and management letters.
This is in regards to the cemetery?
To the cemetery.
Okay, thank you.
And I can tell you that for 21, the cemetery, based on the records I had, brought in $177,450.40. If you take out the what the city received, or city and township contributed, it was $135,169.28. So if you do that same math for 22, the non-tax contributions the next year were $114,000. The next year was $152,000. So the city and township tax contributions were only $42,000, $55,000, and $36,000 for 21, 22, and 23. So if all we have going forward are the tax contributions, and we have this substantial reduction in grave sales, interments, cremation interments, the pouring of foundations, that's all going to be a substantial hit. I would like to read into the record for the year 2019, the fuel cost, according to what was filed in the Hinkle filing, was $2,898. In 2020, the fuel use was listed as $1,810. The fuel use in 2021 was listed as $4,243. In 22, the fuel use was listed as $6,599. In 2023, the fuel use was listed as $4,561. In 2024, the fuel use was listed as $6,121. And in 2025, the fuel use was listed as $6,229.
So it was never $10,000?
Not in any of the records that I just read.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies before gentlemen?
Ma'am.
You.
I'm
Jennifer Goldberg, 7089 White Oak. So I just had a question about the wastewater treatment improvements and the consultant. Where do we get them from? Did we use them in the past?
Yes.
MS Consultants?
Yes.
So is
So
that?
when the wastewater treatment plant puts up a jet outlet, so you have to understand when stuff goes through there, there's separators, there's screens, there's various entities that are in that wastewater treatment plant. Be glad to go down and show your tour. And so when it goes through there, we need a consultant for them. When you do big projects like this, it's not just a little fan.
No, I'm not negating that.
Yeah, MS consultant.
I'm sure they're highly specialized.
Yeah.
I was just curious if it went out to bid for other groups, or if we've already worked with this group in the past.
We work with this group, and they're actually projecting maps for streets, improvements, sewers, and various entities.
How long is our relationship with them?
50 years.
Like, specifically MS Consultants?
Yes.
Okay, and they're, okay, and they also, okay.
We've had other firms. They're not the only one that come in here.
But
There's
MS
CG consultants, there's Thomas, there's
I was just curious, and then are they familiar with data center development? If we get stuck with a data center? I mean, I'm just asking because of the whole water thing, you know.
I'm sure that data center was involved with the wastewater treatment.
But it would be, it could be impacted if potentially we end up with a if we get a data center in Hubbard at some point, or Hubbard Township, could our wastewater treatment center be impacted?
City water.
Well, if we get one on the golf course property, that's city. I know if they end up, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if they have to do something there and route it up to, you know, what will that do?
That lift station.
Yeah, like how much is that? Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm digressing. I was just wondering about the relationship, and if that's why we put it through, you know, without a vote, for second and third reading. I was just curious.
Excuse me, I had mentioned that we're off in August, so
Mm-hmm.
we're not here. There are no council meetings in August unless we have to have a special meeting. So there's dollars attached to these, like the West Park is in dire need. Even who lives over there knows there's flooding issues. So you have to get these dollars approved, and they come from other entities up to get them moving and going. The same with the wastewater treatment plant. It's on the schedule, and the gentleman who runs it does an excellent job. He stays with his budgets. The generator we have there, which I spoke to everybody to know that we got $300,000 from the county to help replace the 36-year-old generators there. We had to pay the rest of that bill, which was close to $900,000, okay, to invest and keep that going, which the city residents have for 36 years. That's ours. We own that. Not a lot of entities have their own. A lot have other entities, or some end up losing their entities, but we're supporting that. And the gentleman who runs the wastewater treatment meticulously goes over, stays within his budget, and keeps things going. So that's kind of.
So if we have concerns about data center development impacts on our wastewater treatment, they will still represent our concerns and not, you know, developers' concerns, you know, corporations' interests. They still are beholden to us.
Yeah, for this project mentioned though, it's just for the wastewater treatment. Okay. It's not for any that are coming into the plant that, like you said, that's not this project here. Okay. This is, hurry up, this is on the schedule. We need to get these screens replaced because, you know, certain things
It's a narrow scope.
Yes,
okay.
So when it's all said and done, little pellets that go into a trailer and you ship those out.
All right, I won't belabor the point. The other thing is, it just, you know, there's like that big project, and then this whole, you know, the whole Niles to Shenango electric thing. I'm just, you know, curious at how these things are going to impact Hubbard and could or could not, I don't know.
It would all have if, and I'm using a huge
Yeah.
if, the data center was to come.
Ma'am, are you talking about the First Energy project?
Yeah, the big project, it's happening from Niles to Shenango.
Yeah, they're replacing some poles and
Right.
things like that, yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's,
and we're looking closely at their impact studies and everything in terms of.
We have a committee for that.
I don't know, has everybody looked at that report? The letter of notification, or notification letter?
First Energy.
From First Energy?
Yeah, I don't know if they're required to send it because we're not a First Energy customer.
Well, they sent it to you guys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, have we looked at it as a city?
Mr. Palestro, I know
Okay.
he looked at it and we're, you know, that's their infrastructure. And if, you know, they determine those projects, what, like 10 years in advance, 5 years in advance, about the different things, and then they get approval from the PUCO, I believe.
Okay. And they did a lot of reporting back in like early spring of this year, it looked like. Okay, that's something I'm sure you guys are gonna be looking at, right?
I don't know how it impacts us for.
I mean, wasn't it just happening like on the west side of the town going out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe they sent a document where it lists, you know, they were announcing that they were doing some, I don't even know if it was reconductoring, I know that they were replacing some poles and things like that. I mean, it's obviously a huge project because it's such a big, large area, that high tension, that 325 line.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ronald Hinkle. I was on 311 Jackson Street. I just want to know, is it your duty as leaders of constituents to investigate what this lady has just said? Silence is deafening.
In regards to what, before you?
The project.
Which project?
The one that she had just.
The one First Energy?
Yes.
We discussed that we had seen the thing. The poles starting on the west end of town going down towards Niles are the ones that they're replacing.
Yes.
Is what I got out of the email.
Have you looked at the
Pardon me?
On the east side of it too.
I read it like out by Pine Lakes and they were going.
Well, right out 304 up the East Hill, the power lines that run there, they got it all marked off. State with poles are changed.
Have you looked at
And we got a letter stating that they're changed.
Okay, that I never saw. I mean, I just saw the one on the property, your property owners. Yeah, that's what you did.
Good to go. How many of you are residents under Hubbard City? And I start with the left.
They all are.
They all are? Good. Perfect. That's awesome. Who of you all have sworn an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America?
We all have.
All have. Absolutely. Do flock cameras uphold the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution to include data consumption and warrantless geofence searches, pulling, sweeping cell phones location data violate the Fourth Amendment? Do. Absolutely do. Because what they do is pull from your data on your phones and the trackers in your car, and they take that and send it to a data location.
Yes.
Exactly.
For storage.
For storage.
Yes.
Finally, you said specifically that you know that what the person, I think it was that gentleman there in blue, said that it was bullshit. You had said that.
I heard no part of the argument. I heard them talking over there. You want to get to the point here?
Good to go.
Okay, thanks.
You said you knew
I
it.
can't hear you.
You said you had knew it.
I had known that there was an argument, that's all I know about.
That he was right, and I apologize. I appreciate your time, but stand by your words. As soon as you say it, you should mean it. As we all swore an oath to the Constitution of America, the Constitution of the United States of America, rather, and we should uphold it. Thank you.
Yes, sir, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Pierce, second by Mr. Von Miller to adjourn. Questions or comments?
Don't start fighting.
Call roll.
Don't talk about it.
Yes.
We can cut.
Yes.